Tuesday night. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. And our broadcast team tonight, Greg Anthony here to my left and Steve Smith to my right. And the Hall of Famer David Aldridge along the sideline. On Wednesday, they'll tip off a homestand starting with the Sacramento Kings. And then on Friday, they'll face off against Anthony Davis and the Los Angeles Lakers.
And looking at this stretch for them, I think they should have no problem dispatching most of their opponents if they can avoid that pitfall of playing down to the level of the competition. But that's easier.
And as things get ready to roll, let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's on the sideline. David?
Well, we're seeing a new trend in NBA practices. Coaches are marking.
A lot of talk about this, David. Some new ground certainly to look at. Thank you. Smitty, we have a good rivalry game tonight with two conference foes. This should be a beauty.
Yes, indeed. I think the fans feel it, the coaches feel it, us as announcers, we feel it. The atmosphere is going to be great.
It is indeed. Now the starting group for the visitors. Featuring out there with Shorty. Then it's Big Smooth. Then it's D. And for the Clippers, Beverly and Williams, the guard tandem. Harrell is out there with JaMychal Green. And it's George in at the 3, the small forward. Chalk up 2 there.
Patrick Beverly likes to play aggressive, plays at a high pace, nice finish off contact.
Pass to D. From deep three-point range, sinks it. What range from outside? Wow.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Now here's Beverly. He's tightly guarded. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Explosive first step off the bounce. Beverly has the speed to do this.
There's the pass to Beatrice. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to be on Montrezl Harrell.
The Clippers last year, they scored well. Lacked a true superstar, but they were aggressive. Case in point, #1 in the league in free throw attempts.
And Smitty getting to the line most often for the Clippers last season, Lou Williams and Gallinari.
That combination was fascinating to watch. When you have guys who can score on all 3 levels and know how to draw fouls, that puts tremendous pressure on the defense. That's the pass you want, orchestrating the offense, creating for others.
A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Now here's Williams. Defense is right there. Softly drops in the floater.
Going teardrop, Lou Williams, pulling out all the moves. He's got them.
Pass to D. Fires for 3. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Well, this gives you some confidence when you drop 3 straight to start the game.
Beverly feeling it out a bit. They get a hand on it. Pass to Williams for 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. Williams has got 5.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Hey, players love competition, and the fans love it as well.
D, defended by George. Just 5 on the clock. Can't hit that one. Great D that time from Harrell. Clippers have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Lets the 3 fly. It's tipped, and they'll keep possession. And here's the fast break. A 3 ball. Buries the long-range jumper. And that's now 9 points for D.
I mean, beautiful execution of the game plan offensively. So far, they are hitting 80% from the field.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. They defeated the Wizards in their last.
I like their aggressiveness in that one. No one's going to give you anything. You've got to go out and take it.
Majority of the night, they were in attack mode. Tremendous effort all the way around.
And Beverly kicks to Williams. Outside, George. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
D. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yes, let's look on the bright side. You got a great look. It's a play that you might want to go back to again.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
Here's Shorty. Good on the triple.
And he gives up some size on that play, but the defender fails to close the gap.
This is why you spend so much time devising ways to space the floor. If you can't, you don't get very far.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Zubac is checked in. Here's Harrell. Against Washington, he was really on his game. Kicks it to George. And it's blocked. D. He's guarded by Williams. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there.
Some guys just understand how to generate points. He's one of them.
And there's a minute 45 left here in the opening quarter. Here's D. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Great activity at both ends. Great teamwork as well.
Beverly the pass to Zubac. Outside, George. Shot clock at 6. Zubac trying to break loose. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play. The Clippers shooting their first free throw of the game right now.
Well, for so much of what Paul George brings to the table, you have to start with his defensive impact. He is one of the top defenders in the league at his position, if not the best.
And that one drops.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Hey, if you're not going to fight over, you're essentially giving the shooter the look he wants.
And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game. First one falls for him. And so he makes both from the line.
Because he knows he makes a living at the line, he invites contact and sometimes even initiates it.
It's hauled in by Zubac.
The defense is right there. Quality contest, and they threw him off his rhythm.
Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Now Beverly, another guy who really kicked it up a notch for them in that Wizards game. Just 2 to shoot. A shot. That shot missing. Good D by Thompson.
You expect him to make that, especially from that distance.
And he gets the bucket.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Knocked loose. Fast break. Here they come. Here's Aguilar. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Boy, that was quick. Already out to a double-digit lead.
This has been a beatdown right here, possibly over before it began.
Zubac, that's good.
Yes, smart choice. I really like that play.
And Thompson puts up a deep 3, and so it's the visiting team in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. Right back after this break. Paul George had that nasty broken leg back in 2014. He described.
My inspiration really came from my mother. You know, her dealing with stroke, her dealing with really being down and out. You know, I saw her fight back. That was enough for me in my darkest days. I knew it was nothing to what my mom went through, and she came out perfectly fine, so.
Well, what a story. George worked hard to get back and is not disappointed in his return.
You know, recovering from a devastating injury is never easy, but George's perspective and commitment helped him to overcome it.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
I love their effort, contesting shots, trying to intimidate here early on.
And you can see it's already having an impact. It can cause shooters to think twice.
They've got Slim, B out there with Baller. Then it's Big Smooth, and it's Chan in at the 3 spot. Ball stolen. Here's Baller. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
And hammering down the 2-hand slam. Clippers trail by 13. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, we know about Lou Williams' story. The 3-time 6th man of the year may be undersized, but he keeps finding angles to score. Williams said, "I can't shoot straight up. I've always played crooked. It's weird, but it's something I've developed, fading away from guys. I have bigger defenders on me, and it's just about creating space." Kevin, even well into his 30s, Lou Will still does it as well as anybody.
I would totally agree, David. He is always deadly. Thank you. A lot of talent in the 2018 draft, Smitty. Who do you think has the highest ceiling of that group?
Kevin, I love that question because it's not who's the best player who has the best talent. It's the ceiling. I think Jaren Jackson Jr., Marvin Bagley, those guys have so much room to grow. The Doncic and the Trae Young, those guys are fantastic. They have room to grow, but I think those two have a lot of room to grow, and they're already good.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger. And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. And the Clippers call time here. They're looking for a little bit of redemption in this one after the loss to them here last time.
And really just a bad loss. No other way to put it. I mean, they maybe overlooked some of the bench players because those reserves got loose offensively.
For the Clippers, Green, he's checked in for Paul George. Lou Williams is subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Patterson passes to Williams. Pass to Magruder. Shot to stop the run. They grab their own miss.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
You know what? This has always been a debate. Do you take the timeout, or do you let your guys try to fight through it?
On the wing, Williams. Wide open. And he hits the jumper for 2. Williams has got his 3rd basket of the night right there. On 6 of 7 from long range tonight. They've been on fire from way outside. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. They get it back. Aguilar off on the layup.
Meeting right at the rim. He typically converts in those situations. Not this time.
Magruder kicks to Williams. Shoots from the baseline. Again, Los Angeles.
He is so comfortable in this area, something Williams relies on, the mid-range.
Now the pass to Aguilar. Here's Big Daddy. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Outside Williams. Outside Green. And Big Daddy picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. I saw this the other day, Steve. The NBA now helping to create the Basketball Africa League. 12 teams from across that terrific continent. I think it's pretty exciting.
It is. This is an incredible story. Great for the sport and great for the people of Africa.
Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Zubac is checked in for Patrick Patterson. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Harrell finds Zubac. 5 on the clock. Williams for 3. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
And you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
tries from 16, and it's the Clippers with the rebound. And following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Bucks in Milwaukee. That will kick off a 6-game road trip for the team. Green taking his time here. Here's Zubac. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
So good at the rim. A slow defensive rotation leads to the easy lay.
Passes it to B-Train. Thompson for 3. A three-pointer is right on target. Thompson's got 5 points so far.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
I'm impressed with their intensity tonight. They've came in focused and they've executed.
Tipped away. Here's the break. Here's Aguilar. Hammers it home to polish off the break.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
On the wing, Green. Outside Williams. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. And he's got his first chance at the line here.
An 89% free throw shooter puts him right there among the league's best from the line.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. Greg, I'm just so impressed with the level of finesse and craftiness that Lou Williams always plays with.
And Kevin, you don't stay a perennial 6th Man of the Year candidate at Williams' age without having more than a few tricks up your sleeve. He's so good in tight spaces and can find a way to get a shot up where others just have to kick it out.
And there's the call on Patrick Beverley. That is his first foul of the game. There's 37 seconds left to play here in the half. Here's Chan. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. 6 points for him.
Coming off a scoreless first quarter, he's found a little rhythm here.
Thompson against Beverley from 13. Nice jump shot. Good. And that's 15 points for Williams.
Building off a solid first quarter, he's been lights out here in the second.
Thompson against Beverley. Thompson surveying the floor. Here's B-Train. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. B-Train's got 7 points in the game.
Great job executing the offense. That pass on time and on point.
And so it's the visiting team in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
There by Lou Williams.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers. A very high percentage of those in the first half.
Beverley and Williams, the guard tandem. Paul George is out there with Jermichael Green, and it's Harrell in at the center position. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Doc Rivers. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession. Clippers trail by 16, and the shot goes in. 9 points in the game so far.
I like seeing Patrick Beverley attack the interior. Sometimes he becomes too perimeter oriented.
Drops it in from 14 feet away. And that's now 9 points for B-Train.
And watching that defensive effort right there, you wonder how much they want this game.
They are getting buried tonight with plays like that one, allowing too much space for a good shooter.
Green kicks to Harrell. Just 5 to shoot. That one falls.
I mean, every time down the floor, this is what you're trying to do. Find the right matchup.
Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Here's Shorty, defended by Beverley. Here's B-Train. Jump shot is good that time. B-Train's got 11.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
And the Clippers call time here. Smitty, we're seeing preseason and even regular season games take place overseas on foreign soil. Would you have enjoyed that when you were playing?
Yeah, for sure, Kevin. I know the travel is an added challenge, and at the same time, you appreciate where the game takes you. It is definitely growing globally, going places you might otherwise never experience, especially in a basketball setting.
Big Daddy's checked in for D. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. That's tipped and is out of bounds to the Clippers as the Clippers retain possession. A chance now to check out how the All-Star voting is shaping up.
And I tell you, the excitement's starting to ratchet up a little bit as the tallies start coming in.
Well, you look at Williams. He's on the cusp of the top 10 in the Western Conference voting.
So still a long way away from being named a starter, but the fans aren't overlooking what he's been doing this season.
And it seems like the anticipation just continues to build each year around this time of the season. Gonna be a fantastic weekend. Patrick Patterson, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Clock at 2. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
And checking out the numbers for Shorty. Over the last 10 games or so, he's really shown up. Second in steals, third in three-point shooting, and he's in the top 10 in field goal percentage. Really able to power his way to the bucket and finish through contact.
And back to your point, number 2 in steals. He's just a tireless worker. Plays that hard-nosed, on-ball defense. Most guys just can't disengage from him. He's checked in for B-Train. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Unloads from 13. And the shot is long. Clippers trail by 16. Now here's Beverly. He's got 9. George dishes to Patterson. Right wing. Now here's Beverly. Tight defense on him. Poke loose. Here's Harrell. The shot's good. Harrell's got 6.
Getting hit on the way up, the ability to finish in traffic might be Harrell's strongest attribute offensively.
And wow, you just have to love the motor on Montrezl Harrell when he's on the floor. Great on the glass, and he just plays with such a fire.
And so George will bring it up for the Clippers, trailing by 17. Williams looking around. He kicks it to George. Hits it from three-point range. He's got 8. And with Harrell, you can see how his energy spreads to the rest of the team.
Reminds me a bit of what Fareed used to bring the teams. Harrell is also undersized, but boy, he makes up for it in so many ways. Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Especially if the defense is going to allow you to do it. Have to switch on that play.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, one of the things that teams are more aware of in the age of analytics is the importance of sleep. And those teams are making adjustments. Morning shoot-arounds have been moved in some cases to the afternoon or eliminated altogether. There are many fewer teams that are taking red-eye flights across country. And some teams even give players orange-tinted glasses to encourage them to sleep. There's a lot of work to be done in this field, but the direction is clear.
Continuing to evolve. All right, David, thank you.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, my man is going for the jugular.
And the Clippers call time here.
And coaches looking to seize every advantage, maximize every possession.
Critical part of the game. You have to be flexible. You have to be able to adjust what you're doing.
And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for George.
And the biggest takeaway when you look at his numbers is how good his three-point shooting has been. the past 5 games. He's finding the open spots on the perimeter, and when he's getting good looks, boy, he is not missing.
Beverly, the pass to Zubac. Dishes to George. No good on the triple. Gone 6 of 8 on field goal attempts in the third. A 75% clip.
Attacking the defense with the pass. Don't need to be a hero.
Clippers trail by 19. 1:22 left in the third. Beverly wide open. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. Beverly's got 12 points in the game. Gone 7 of 9 from the field to start this second half. Some tremendous shooting from them. Pass to Chan. From the wing. And good. He got the English that time as it falls. He's got 8. Los Angeles has gone 3 of 5 with the long ball since entering the second half. Here's George. And the layup's good off the glass.
And you know what? He's shaking off the cold shooting performance from the first half.
The pass to Slaughter. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
JaMychal Green, he's checked in for Patrick Beverly. 40 seconds left in the third quarter. Ball's knocked loose. George, that's a 2-pointer. Again, Los Angeles.
So much sharper, so much more efficient with his shot this half. Just taking what the defense allows.
Thompson passes to Aguilar. George looking around. From deep. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's the visiting team with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points. And they're winning the turnover battle very easily in this one. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. D out there with Slim. And there's B-Train. Then there's Baller. And it's Chan in at the shooting guard.
Shifty with the dribble. Lou Williams knows what to do to get his shot off.
Just phenomenal here tonight. 73% from the field. And the shot goes down. George with the ball. Pass to Zubac. Outside, Green. Kicks it to George. Passes to Kabengele. 5 to shoot. Oh, that's blocked. And they're moving it up. Lets it go from deep. And he's good on the 3-ball. 9 points for Baller.
Some coaches might not like taking the 3 on the fast break, but he had the open look and buried it.
Here's George. Solid play on the low block, and that one's good.
And guys, when George gets cooking, you are in for a long night. He's just fantastic at finding different ways to score.
Takes a 3. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. And it's Williams with the ball for Los Angeles. About a minute and a half through the 4th quarter now. And it's blocked. One-on-one fast break. And he dunks it down.
They just won't miss. I mean, this is incredible.
Good shooting can be contagious. You see the confidence running through this team right now.
George up top. Steve, Kobe Bryant said that growing up in Italy gave him a huge advantage learning the fundamentals and the tactics of the game. Do you think Europe's better at developing players than the United States?
No, I don't think they're better. I do think their system at times for certain players, they get into a system of working on their game. And I wouldn't just say fundamentals from an early age. And a lot of those guys are being able to practice with pros at an early age. I think it comes down to individuals. And also I think a lot of these parents and kids, you have to understand it starts off of making a layup versus making a three. So I don't think the Europe is doing it better. I just think a lot of times right now we're looking at some of those European players and they're coming over ready to play from day one versus some other players. You know he's pulling his weight, but they still find themselves behind.
Pass to D. Here's B-Train. He's guarded by Williams. B-Train passes to Baller. Off target with his three. Clippers trail by 20. To the middle. Here's George. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got 3 assists tonight.
When you have space like he did there, you never go with the fadeaway jumper. He has to attack the rim next time.
Here's Chan, and it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Oh, fellas, that was vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. The Clippers have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. And the Clippers call time here. And for a long time, JaMychal Green was mostly an energy player. But Smitty, he's expanded his game lately.
Worked on developing an outside shot. He can drop a few threes from the power forward spot now, Kevin. He still has a high motor. You love the activity around the rim.
And a chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, D.
Yeah, and his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
Well, to come in here facing a hostile crowd and have a game like he's had, that's what separates the good players from the great players. Green kicks to Harrell. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. They get a hand on it. Just his first attempt. Shot's good by Green. Green's got his first bucket of the night.
Credit JaMychal for all the hard work he's put in. A longtime D-League standout who's found his role and then some.
And the pass to D. They get it again. Slaughter. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Reason why they've tightened up the vice grip a little more each time up the floor. We'll see if they can close this one out.
Count that one.
JaMychal Green with the height and the bounce to do some damage inside.
Here's Baller. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. It's going to be on Montrezl Harrell. So much new technology. A lot of it's so exciting, Steve. Did you see the demo of the jersey that can change a player's name and number the other day? Wow, that was something.
I did. I saw the demonstration that Adam Silver did. It is fantastic. I was thinking about myself, Kevin. I played for 7 teams. That's a lot of changing of the name and number.
It really is. George finds Williams. Knocks it loose. To the paint, and he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Great activity at both ends. Great teamwork as well.
Outside, George. Again, Los Angeles.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Here's the thing. He's a guy who will go on hot streaks for you over a number of games.
And a big play there to mute the crowd.
And guys, the only noise we're hearing now is coming from the visitors' bench.
52 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. And last season, Montrezl Harrell absolutely came alive for the Clippers.
He's always played with energy, but was more focused and made the most of his chances. You like to see him provide a little more on the glass, but make no mistake, he's a great finisher at the rim.
46 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Money, guarded by Robinson.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
It's called killer instinct. It's one thing to be close at the end. It's another to finish.
Three-pointer, Lillard cans it from downtown.
And you gotta like that they found something positive here, something that maybe carry overs into the next game.
They put together some great possessions here at the end. It's a shame they could have used this run much earlier.
And they pick up 2.
Yeah, they've sucked the energy out of this arena. Tremendous effort on the road.
And when you're on the road, you can't be tentative coming into a game like this. I thought their aggressive approach was the difference. One sign of a great playmaker, hitting his man in stride.
The free throw off from Harrell.
What I appreciate about Harrell is how hard he's worked on his skill set. The jumper, the post moves, and the passing.
Here's Big Daddy, and so the road team gets the W in this one. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you later.